Well, hey, y'all, it is me, it is Mark. We are going to walk through the garden. We're going to walk through the garden and the yard and everything. But first, I want to show y'all this sunflower. It's a heavy old thing. This is the massive sunflower that we grew in the front yard. I'm going to save the seeds because there will be massive sunflowers like this all over this place next year. Anyway, I was going to show y'all a couple of things. Let me turn you around. Okay, I want y'all to see that brush right there. See all that brush, that greenery? Back in the spring, I actually caught my neighbor, the one that lives back there, and he was back over here where I'm fixing to show you, spraying Roundup. Now, I don't use Roundup because it kills everything. I mean, everything. But I had some sunflowers planted over here, and I had my garden and everything, and I caught him spraying Roundup. Well, I mentioned it to him, you know, that I had plants growing and everything. He said, oh, sorry, blah, 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 blah. So he didn't continue spraying on down here. But anyway, let me show you this. This is what Roundup does. Now, this is from the spring. Can you see all that? DED dead. That's where he stopped right there. And I had sunflowers planted all out in here. But anyway, that's what Roundup does. We're gonna walk out here. And look, y'all, my green beans finally started coming in. I was so tickled. And I want to tell y'all something. You know what I found out this season? And I kind of knew it last season, but I didn't pay much attention to it, is I really don't care for black tomatoes. I don't care for the taste of them. Put that one right there. I'll take it in a minute. But we're going to walk around here to the green beans and see what we got. Oh, my tomatoes is a jungle. My tomatoes has totally got away from me. But we have got so many more tomatoes to come, and y'all, I've already canned 6 cases. 6 cases of tomatoes. And I've probably got that many more coming. Okay, and here are the rattlesnake pole beans. You can see they're putting on. Now, the rattlesnake pole beans did not put on as much as the pink potted pole beans. These pink potted pole beans have really put on. They've put on and put on and put on. And actually, I've already canned, there's another one right there. I've already canned quite a few of these. Well, 2 quarts, I say quite a few. But next year, there's more up there I gotta pick. But next year, I'm gonna plant a whole lot more of the pink potted pole beans. The butternut squash are coming on. They're doing great things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One down there, 7. 7 of them. All right, so I picked a handful of beans. Am I going? I think I'm going. I'm going. Picked a handful of beans. I picked tomatoes yesterday, so I don't think there's gonna be any more of those ready today. This sunflower, y'all, I've got to save some seeds from this because this thing was gorgeous. I mean, it was stunning. Yeah, it was some kind of fine looking. But this video, I was tagged by my friends Dustin and Jess over at Even the Sparrow Homestead to do a video about what would you do with if somebody were just to give you $1,000, what would you do for your homestead? And y'all, I live in a subdivision. There's not much I can do, but I can spend $1,000, and I promise you I could. Let me show you the first thing I would do. Let's take a walk out here. Okay, when my neighbor built this fence, I asked him about this area right here. And he said, you know something? He said, just do whatever you want to with that. Well, it's way overgrown. This used to be a fence row. And it's way overgrown. Well, I know that this is just brush right here. There's nothing in there. So I would have a bush hog come through and just really clear this down all the way down to here. And now there's some tree stumps out here, big ones. One right there, one over there, and one right here. And I would have them grind those down underneath the dirt. And that would cost quite a bit of money to do that. But then I would go and buy some woven ground cover. And I would cover that this winter with, I would put some organic material underneath that. And then next spring, I would burn holes and I would use that to plant squash, tomatoes. That would free up a lot of my beds over here for stuff that would take a little bit longer, like onions, garlic, and things like that that would come out kind of like midsummer. So that's one thing that I would spend $1,000 on. The other thing is my stove, because y'all know I love to can. Let me pick up these green beans. Y'all know I love to can, and I can a lot. Well, my stove, I mentioned it in a video the other day, I only have one burner that I can on. So what I would do is we have gas run to the house, but for some strange reason, it's not ran to where the stove is. So I would have somebody come in, run a gas line to where behind my stove is, and buy a brand new stove to put in that was gas, that I could can on, not a problem. So that's what I would do if I was handed $1,000. Like somebody's gonna hand me $1,000. But anyway, I know this is probably a very quick video. I just wanted to hop on, walk through the garden, show you my beans. Yeah, I got a little handful. And just talk for a minute. But anyway, y'all keep looking out for another video. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment box. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is free. And yeah, share this with somebody you think might like it. Share it. Put it on your Facebook. Put it on your Twitter. Put it on your Instagrams. I love y'all. Talk to you later. Bye, y'all.